Okay, welcome back. You're watching Markets at Noon on ET Now. There's a new IPO coming up, and that's of Gland Pharma. It's open for subscription. This is, in fact, the biggest IPO in Indian pharma. It's a 6,500 crore rupee issue that's open. Price point is 1,490 to 1,500 rupees per share. Srinivas Sadu, the managing director of Gland Pharma, gave in his views on the company.
Yeah, it's a big day, and we have grown this business. It's almost a 4-decade company, right? And we started off as a small boutique contract manufacturer company. Today, we are present in over 60 countries. Majority of the business comes from the US. Almost 67% revenue comes from there. We have expanded our facilities. We started off with one manufacturing line. Today, we have 7 facilities. We are vertically integrated in most of the key APIs, and we are a B2B business, unlike a lot of others. Completely focused on sterile. Again, the complexity is high and a lot of entry barriers. So we kind of expertised in that area. And, we have several marquee investors historically. And I think this is a big day in terms of going to IPO. Yeah.
Right. So when we talk about the company, so there are 2 differentiating factors of the company versus some of the others. Firstly, can you talk about your compliance record? I believe you all have not got a warning letter so far ever in your life. And secondly, one of the investors was telling me that it's not only US FDA which comes for their site visit, but also a lot of companies come up for surprise visits. So for every day, they're actually ready for any sort of inspection going on. Can you tell us about your compliance and the strictness over there?
Absolutely. Our first FDA inspection was in 2003 when we got our first FDA approval for the site. And even before that, our companies are always dealing with multinationals, and their quality folks used to come. So the company was set up in that regulatory compliance mode. And since 2003 till now, all our facilities have a clean record with FDA. And not only US FDA, we have regulatory approvals from several other countries as well, because we export to 60 countries. And we are in a B2B business, so we license products for all the big players, right? The Fresenius of the world, the Athenex, the Sagent, the Apotex, and several other top pharma companies. And because they sell the products in the market, they have also in kind of responsibility. So they also audit our facilities on a regular basis. If you look at last year, almost 30 inspections have been done by these folks who come regularly to our sites. That way, it helps also in keeping our track record clean. And from being in sterile area for 40 years, we kind of learned how to keep this environment well, and a great quality culture and a great foundation laid by the promoters. Always been in a sterile focused business. We never got into the oral side because the non-sterile side operationally is completely different. That way, great quality culture, great quality foundation, a lot of help, support we get from the companies who license products from us. And, we are able to maintain that, quality standards, because that's a key success factor in this business.
Right. Sir, also if you could talk to us more about your injectable portfolio. So I was looking in at the sort of launches or CMOs that you have with other B2B players. You have a wide range of products, and it shows the capability of the company to manufacture whatever is needed by an MNC client.
Yes, in injectables, like you said, it's a difficult, complex business. The delivery formats are different within the injectable space. While we have started off with 2 delivery formats, today we have a wide range of formats. Even the portfolio-wise, we have complex to generic, because we need to have a mix of both. One side, the high-value, low-volume products, and the other side, you need to also have a high-volume products to keep your cost down, because large throughput is also key while you supply the high-value products. That way, we have a product mix which across all therapeutic areas. So we're not focused on one therapeutic area, because in injectable space, especially in the US, it works as a GPO contract. Whenever product goes off patent on the first day, you have to be there with that product, irrespective of which therapeutic area you fall in. And that's one of the reasons, we have a consistent record in terms of sales. It's not dependent on, if there's a pandemic or epidemic, whatever. We have a portfolio to cover all our bases. And that's one of the reasons, even during COVID times, there's not much change in terms of our revenues. Actually, we did well. So we have a portfolio to cover, and we have a wide breadth of portfolio. And that's also one of the key success factors in addition to what I've just mentioned.
So, we've spoken about that in terms of how injectable is different and how why the company is different for versus another generic player. But one thing I want to understand, so there was this big wave of generic players when a lot of drugs got off patent in the formulation market. Can you talk to us about injectable space? Will FY23-24 be that year where a lot of drugs in injectable space are getting off patent, and it will not be a rush like a normal domestic formulation business because it's tough to get approvals for injectable, which you already have in place?
Yeah, I mean, part of the business strategy is, like I said, you have to be there on the first day of patent expiry. If you look at the generic injectable market, right, worldwide, it's almost $130 billion. US is almost $45 billion. And if you look at last 5 years, almost $30 billion products have gone off patent in just injectable space. And next 5 years is estimated under $60 billion products going off patent. And if you look at our portfolio, what you have launched in the US is just about $8 to $9 billion. So there's a lot more products to launch in the US and a lot more to go in next 5 years. That way, a robust pipeline of products, if you can launch on a regular basis, that will, give you a good growth. And that's what's been a plan for us. And that's what we've been doing, whether developing product.
That was, of course, the big IPO that's opening in today. A lot of, movement talks about this IPO, how it can deliver, and what essentially are the